Hi, I'm Jo Solomon, and I was just playing a little game to help us learn about consciousness. So where did you go inside of yourself in that silence? I was using it as a way of maybe triggering or prompting a type of awareness, because now that I'm talking about it, you can review what was I thinking in that silent when I was watching Jo and there was just silence. What thought forms passed through your mind and how aware of them were you? And this happens all the time, constantly throughout the day. We have so many thought forms. A recent figure that really fascinates me was that we have in the vicinity of about 85,000 thoughts a day. I don't know how they calculated that. It's from some brain science, but that's phenomenal. But what is even more amazing is that 95% of those thoughts you had yesterday. We repeat them over and over and over again. It's amazing. And that's how we develop our patterns and our behaviors. It's like a pathway. We walk it up backwards and forwards so many times. If that was the path in the ground, a piece of grass, it would just become so imprinted and embedded as a track. And that's the same as what happens in us. We repeat certain thought patterns so often that we create like a divot or a track, and then we kind of get stuck in them. They just fire and we run with them all the time. And I wanted to use this opportunity, this teaching, to bring in awareness of how understanding consciousness can help us. Not only do we need to know that we're running these tracks, but it's beneficial to know what are those tracks, because I'm using my energy running each and every thought. And wow, 85,000 thoughts a day. How many of those are serving me, serving my family, serving the world? Whew. Imagine if that was money, $85,000. Where were all of those dollars going? Were they serving you, your family, the world? It's a big concept to get. So when we think of thoughts as energy in this way, it really helps us realize the wastage. And you wonder we're so tired and worn out and stressed. A really fascinating part of those 85,000 thoughts a day is that most of them are happening unconsciously. We are totally unaware of them. Yet what we hold in our mind, the brain creates as our reality. So when we think of it this way, as an energy investment, it becomes really obvious to us that we need to be aware of where that investment is going. Just like we would with our money. We wouldn't just spend our money willy-nilly and open our bank accounts to everyone. We're wise with our investments. We have to make every dollar count. Yet in our inner world, our energetic investments, we are really unconscious. And it becomes really valuable to understand what the inner world is made up of. What level of consciousness is that thought coming from? And could it be a higher value thought? And then knowing consciousness and how it works helps us make better thought investments, so that what we put out there is really valuable to our own good, the good of those we love, and really is for humanity. If we understand that there are levels of consciousness, we can then invest our energy in terms of thoughts really wisely. The more conscious we become, that's another way of saying that we're investing our energy wisely. Otherwise, we just remain unconscious and unhappy. If you'd like to learn more about your inner world and levels of consciousness, understanding yourself, how to become more mindful, how to become more aware of where your 85,000 thoughts a day are going to, then on the 21st of October, I'm running an introductory workshop called The Art of Happiness. And I will be introducing the chart of consciousness or the map of consciousness. It's a $29 investment. I'm only charging a small fee for this one because in return, I'm asking for you to provide some feedback and a testimonial, because this content that I'm presenting will form part of a full day workshop and online content next year. So head over to www.josolomon.com/workshops and you'll find all the details of the Art of Happiness workshop. 21st of October, $29.